So Blueprints and the rest of Update 7 is now in early access, meaning we're continuing our Let's Play series. And with our huge stockpile of blueprints we've made over the last couple weeks, we are gonna be automating over 24 heavy modular frames per minute. Oh, and also there's Fixmas. So hello everyone, I'm ImKibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory. I've been sick for the last little bit, but I am excited to check out some Update 7 stuff, Fixmas fun, and all that jazz. So, let's see what's up with Fixmas first. Nothing. There is no Fixmas. Where's the calendar? Unironically. Oh, that's right. I turned it off because I'm a demon. JK, we've done it for the last 2 years and it's pretty much the same as last year, so I'm not really gonna be messing around with it too much this year. However, I made a bunch of blueprints to automate all the Fixmas stuff, which I'll probably release in January, so you guys have the opportunity to mess around with things first. It's a good time. So with that out of the way, let's get into today's big project. We are continuing our grand quest to make heavy modular frames in order to make nuclear pasta. So we have this massive aluminum build here, which is all supposed to make our fused modular frames, which we'll get to very soon actually. In fact, maybe today. In fact, probably today, why not? We can do pretty much everything now that we have the blueprints, and ooh, I have prepped a ton of space for our modular frame stuff. And over a couple live streams, I've actually put most of it together. This is what? Reinforced iron plates, we got some wire. This goes into encased industrial beams. Wrong, this is modular frames. And this is encased industrial, wrong again. Okay, real talk, I did this stuff like probably a month ago. And I don't remember what's going on. So we're just gonna delete all of this and do it again, but with blueprints to see how much faster things will be. And for reference, all of these machines took me about 1 4-hour live stream to put together. So let's rip out the destruction gun and just eliminate everything in our sight. Goodbye, entire live stream in 4 hours of my life. You die for science. Ah, looking so fresh, looking so clean. Ready to get started with a bunch of blueprints. Oh, I should have mentioned actually what the heck is going on here. So heavy modular frames, right, are our big goal for the moment. We're gonna be using this alternate recipe. So we have concrete, steel pipes, and we need to make encased industrial beams and the modular frames again in order to make the heavy modular frames. Good thing is, we actually are bringing in pretty much everything via some trucks outside. This is what we did a little while ago. Maybe last time? I don't remember. But we have truck stations, giant road, bringing in pretty much all the materials we need. And I've set up this balancer thing, or really just a smart splitter array, to separate items where we need to have them. Cool? Awesome. So let's get started. First thing we need is reinforced iron plates, because the modular frame is gonna use this recipe and use some steel pipe and the reinforced plates to make them. And for the reinforced plates, we are going to use the stitched iron plate recipe, which I practically use in every single playthrough because it's the bee's knees. Iron plates, we have those, right? We do. Excellent. So that means we just need to make some wire, and we're gonna make the wire out of iron. Okay, factory blocks. Now where did I put my constructors? We need how many? I think we need 20 constructors. Each setup here has 8. Okay, that's straightforward enough, I guess. We'll start down here, then build the next system here. 820 divided by 8, what is that? It's like 2.5? Yeah, so it's probably just easier for us to build the extra 4 we need. Or we could have just deleted another half a system. I don't know which is faster. This is probably fastest though. Just do this, that, belt the last bits together, and it's done. It's practically done. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty crazy. This is like a 30-minute project without Update 7 stuff. Okay, yep, this is this is a real good time. So now all Satisfactory really is really just logistics systems, bringing items to where they need to be, because making factories has never been simpler. In fact, I actually have, oh, I completely forgot. I actually have a whole new wire thing, this giant box. I can make, I think like 1,000 wire per minute, but that's a little overkill. We don't need all that much. Yeah, like we only needed like 450. That's why I'm not even overclocking these bad boys. Anyway, we'll kind of just leave that for now because it's practically done. And now we'll get to the reinforced iron plate stuff. Do I have a blueprint for that? Yes. Oh, but interesting. I go straight from iron ore to reinforced iron plates. That's a interesting mechanism. And we're not gonna use that though. Do I just have some assemblers in basic systems? Of course I do. I have everything. Look at this little sucker. He's fantastic. We need 7 of these. Oh, but I can't stack these on this side because there's already mergers here. I wonder if I should actually change all of my blueprints around so they don't have the mergers already set up. Maybe I'd make the mergers and stuff their own blueprint? I'm not sure. Also, those are backwards and it annoys me. I'll fix it later, don't worry. For now, I just want to build everything and then we can tinker around with it later. Like low-key, I'm trying to kind of speed run because I want to see how much faster we can set up everything. And so far, this is pretty insane. Oh, but wait! Maybe I got a little ahead of myself. Oh no! I did. Whoops, okay. Well, that's really important. Should actually really be careful about where I place the blueprints because if I misplace them, I have to delete all of this stuff. Oh, that's annoying. In fact, I didn't even think about belt work. We're gonna have to bring a bunch of iron behind all of this stuff into here, so I should, yeah, I gotta move all this stuff. You know, everything will be a lot easier if I just have the hover pack around. It is so much more important with blueprints, so we don't make that exact mistake I just made then. And let's move these a little bit forward. So again, we have some belt room. Okay, much better. And how I set up this blueprint is we can just connect the belts through here, and all of the items will overflow and enter into the assembler there. It's very space efficient. I didn't even consider this actually, but yeah, of course, we're gonna save so much space building systems like this. And I think before, in the last version of this setup, I had all of the modular frame stuff go until this point here. So we couldn't get the heavy modular frames in this space. But you know, considering how compact this is, I bet we can now. As our reinforced iron plate stuff is practically done, we just have to get these over to there. And that's half of it. Wait, no! Oh, no! Reinforced iron plates, what have I done? We didn't need the steel stuff in there, we needed iron plates. Ah! Look, it looked so perfect. I couldn't resist. By the way, I'm putting all these times in my little timing bracket. Because of course, in every project, I'm gonna make silly little mistakes that annoy me immensely. It is the nature of the game. And you know what? I'll fix that all later. Right now, mass building is the name of the game. Next step is we need 13 fully overclocked assemblers for the modular frames. Huh, you see that? I'm trying to line these up so both of the lifts are at the exact same distance, but there's like an inch of difference. I don't understand what's up with that, to be honest. Did I make like a mistake? No. No, you see, that's like practically perfect. Even the line's right there, and there's still kind of that half an inch issue. A curious problem that I am going to ignore as we continue to move along. Because A, I want to get this stuff done quick, and B, I'm pretty sure the only way to not have that half inch problem is to build these all myself by hand without blueprints, and we can't go back. Like, look at this. This is the future. Ooh, and it's a perfect amount in that space. Gotta love it. And then next step is, now that we have the modular frames, is the encased industrial beams. Okay, checking my notes, we need about 12 of those setups. Well, we got blueprints for that. So round 2, let's get her done. Good, that's another 12. And yeah, I guess we're done, actually. We're already on to the modular frames. And we have a whole setup for this too, where everything is lined up perfectly. Mission critical problem though, is we have a lot of the belts going in this direction, just by virtue of how I set up these blueprints. So all of the encased industrial beams and modular frames are gonna end up this way. So I'll probably just customize the manufacturer blueprint a little bit, but that is a minor issue, all things considered. Anyway, at this last stage, For our modular frames, we are gonna be building 35-ish per minute, some decimals in there, with 5 fully overclocked manufacturers, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which practically perfectly fit in here. In fact, there's a bit of extra space. So I'll probably just have 6 manufacturers and not fully overclock them all. I'll make things easier. But okay, that is the bulk of all of the machines, power, and everything done in probably 15 minutes. Whereas it took me 4 hours to do everything before. That's insane. Belt work wise, it's of course gonna take me maybe, I don't know, another 20, 30 minutes. But like, dude, how can I complain? The future is awesome. It's honestly remarkable. It took me less time to build more than it did to set up that stuff we had before. So yeah, the belt work is done. There wasn't all that much I had to worry about. Again, it's just like connecting a couple systems together, and that's it. So we are ready to rock and roll with things. The only kind of caveat to this all is we are using trucks to bring everything in, so the throughput is a little random. So with the steel pipes, which are bringing in like, I don't know, 1,200, 1,400 per minute, I had to do some weird load balancing in order to make sure that everything would work properly. So say this line ran out, or this line ran out, we'd be able to have pipes kind of move around wherever they need to. In fact, it would probably be a good idea if I had another merger here, and then a splitter down here, just to allow things to move around better. Because maybe one truck gets stuck, or one's too slow, one's too fast, whatever, right? We may as well have the dropped off items going somewhere. And because I calculated exactly how many items per minute all of this stuff needs, everything should technically work out. Smile. So let's get it all started. How do we do that? You're the chosen one. You're gonna get the party started and get our modular frames up and running. Just put you here to there. And the whole thing comes to life. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Of course, there's always a couple little mistakes, but again, let's just whatever. Just copy and paste these, because I'm sure it's just a recipe missing. Here we go. Check if there are any belts missing. It's looking good, looking good. Excellent. This is already full. Okay, that goes, oh, because this belt isn't connected. That just brings them over to here. And that leads into the reinforced iron plate system. Good, good. And of course, the reinforced iron plates go off and make ourselves a couple modular frames, which scoot over this way, combine with the encased industrial beams, and go into all the manufacturers. I did end up having to switch up the system a little bit, so like half the items enter through that way, and the other half through the other direction, but it all looks the same and it looks pretty nice. So I'm happy with it, and it's gonna take a little bit for the system to kind of warm up, but it's moving, and it's grooving, and so we can see the finished product. Let's just throw that in there, and look in awe at our glorious victory. That is huge. That is pretty much most of the fused modular frame production done right here. In fact, what even is left? Fused modular frame. We're using the original recipe, which I really don't recommend, by the way. And we're gonna need aluminum casings and some nitrogen gas, and then that will put everything together. Well, this is an aluminum factory. Long ago, Kibitz prepared everything for us. So way over here, we are actually making, man, like 2,500 aluminum casings, and that whole project is done, ready to be shipped off and fused. And then for the gas, well, actually the whole reason this factory is here is because over this way, we have a nitrogen gas node that is completely untapped just for this project. Now we just have to scoop it all together and bring it way upstairs. And again, past Kibitz has been preparing for this for a long time. And these are the blenders that are gonna make the modular frames. I'd made them so they'd clip through the ceiling here so we could see them as we flew over this factory. And I think it looks really cool. I like it a lot. And yeah, the gas, we just have to bring up the wall. Aluminum casings just downstairs. And luckily, I have kind of an item tower thing going on just down here. So somehow we'll get like 6 belts, 4 belts, I don't know. a lot of aluminum casing belts all the way to the top floor there, along with the gas. The gas is no problem though. You don't need pumps, you don't need anything like that. You just set up the pipeline and gas moves. And as for inputting items into all these blenders, we have tons and tons of space. Not only do we have this floor, but I actually left the bottom floor here completely empty so we can do the belt work down here if we need to. We'll do kind of like a half and half approach though, and we'll set up some of the splitters upstairs, kind of like so. Then we'll have a top row, kind of goes over here, and we'll have another splitter there. And we'll get rid of all this, and all of the items will probably be load balanced or something, and then come upstairs, go into their respective machines, and overflow that way. As for the gas, well, we will pull it up from the floor. And it's nitrogen gas, right? I think I'm using white for those pipes. So boop bop, and we're good. Just have to do that a couple dozen times. Wait, do we need anything else? No, that's literally it. And let's get fracking. Little bit of commentary while we do some of this work though. But one bad thing about blueprints I wish I'd mentioned sooner was I hope that it doesn't make people get kind of like lazy with factories. Like, I really enjoy going onto the Satisfactory Reddit and seeing creative builds people have put together. But now that it's so easy to just kind of zoop up a platform and put down a bunch of blueprints, I hope a lot of the creativity doesn't disappear from this game. So although they are like super powerful, for a lot of our systems, we're going to refrain from using them all too much, just so we can continue to build kind of interesting projects. Like our battery factory, or whatever we have going on in our main base. Like, it would be a shame just to zoop this together in 5 minutes and call it our day. This game has a ton of creative potential, which I'd hate to see disappear. Except when it comes to the most repetitive things in the games, like refineries and smelters. Oh my god, if I have to set up another one of these systems by hand from scratch, I am going to lose my mind. But yeah, anyway, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. Ooh, but also don't forget, ceiling conveyors make life so much better. So getting all this stuff up into that tower, a little difficult. Everything else was actually relatively straightforward. But now, we have to mess with the ceiling belts. But they just automatically attach, so no big deal. Can we just kind of like scoot around and turn this? Like, oh yeah, we can. Dude, ceiling belts, they are the future. Every factory shall have them. All right, yeah, these ceiling belts, man. Oh man, that made that so much easier. Now we're good to go. And it's set up, no problem. It's actually been really funny flying through this factory and seeing the old ways we've gone about this. Like having these walls just hanging from the ceiling, or building the walls into the ceiling. Oh my goodness. So innocent. All past Kibs things. Anyway, fused modular frame stuff is done. Like I said, we have a lot of the balancing happening downstairs. So this was just overflowing on this floor. And then downstairs, I didn't really balance anything actually. I lied. It's kind of just an overflow system. So all of the casings kind of go up into this huge belt, and yeah, they kind of drop off at each system and scoot on down the rest. And then stuff like the modular frames are just in a straight up overflow. It's clipping. I'll fix this, don't worry. Oh yeah, the pipes, they're built on the ceiling, and they kind of just go over this way too. We actually have way more nitrogen gas than we need for this project, so we're all fine. It doesn't really matter what I do with these pipes, it'll all work out. Okay, and once I connect these two, everything shall get started. Yes, the gas is actually up here, right? Yes it is. Good. Just brought it all the way through the base, got it to this tower, and off it goes. It is flowing, right? Net +5, drain rate 600, good, okay. Yeah, everything's fine. These are two 600 pipes. We should see some movement here. I'm not seeing any movement. Ring ring, hello. What did I forget to do? Answer in the comments below. Was it A, connect power, B, set all the recipes, or C, is everything actually done and the system's just being goofy? It's D. These things just take forever. Jeez, 40 seconds each. Ain't nobody got time for that. This is why I scaled it up so much. And how does it look from the ceiling? Ooh, it's so cool. Oh, I love this design. Some of our future factories, I don't know if we get to build many more blenders, but if we do, I'm gonna do this again, except I'm gonna have like walking paths over top and it's gonna be awesome. But yeah, fused modular frames are done. And we have a cool 35 per minute being produced. So, for the pasta, how close are we now? We have no, we need pressure conversion cubes. Oh, and those need radio control units. Okay, well that's fine. The second biggest part of the pasta is complete. Next, I guess we have to get the radio control units built, and then the raid boss. However, that's gonna be all for now, so I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you for watching, but have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.